Let's
This is
take a
very exciting, Bert. We've got a lot of people. Hey, I see a lot of you in here. We've got people from San Diego, Arizona, Santa Cruz, San Diego. Where else is everybody from?
South Haven,
Fantastic.
Sacramento,
Westlake. Oh, hi, Kristen. She's from Washington. Let's see what else we
Christy
have in here.
from Granger,
Michigan,
Indiana. Oh, Dodia is in the house. Yay.
Hillsborough.
Okay.
We've got
Escalon,
across the
Debbie.
nation right now. This is fantastic. We're so excited. And our numbers are climbing still, Bert, which is pretty cool.
Oh, good. Oh, we're at 45. Great first start here. Um,
Minnesota, Philadelphia, Chicago, Colorado. Fantastic. Tampa, Escalon, Sacramento, Los Gatos. Oh, I worked with your school district, New Jersey. Fantastic. We're so
Philly,
happy you guys
Minnesota,
are here with
Laura.
us. All right. So, Bert, do we
Should
want
we
to?
get going?
Yeah, let's go ahead and get
Think
going.
so.
Okay. Um, Welcome. I'm Bert Bauer. I am the founder, president, CEO of TCI. I met you in the welcoming session, and I'm here with two great TCI folks. Derek, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, for sure. My name's Derek. I work on the product team here at TCI, and you're about to see something that I worked on. So, yeah.
Christy.
My name is Christy Sanders, and I work with our sales team. And I love seeing all of you in here because I recognize a lot of these names of the districts that we're working with. So, welcome to our session today.
Fantastic. All right. I think we've already been over the housekeeping, but you want to repeat it, Christy?
Yep. So we have a couple options for interacting with us today. You have your Q&A. So Q&A is if you have specific questions that you would like us to answer during the session, go ahead and put those in there and we will keep our eye on that. If you want to just react to things or share things that you think are amazing as we're going through this, feel free to throw them in chat and we will make sure that you are all supported. If anybody does need closed captioning, at the bottom of your screen, you should see closed captioning and enable the show captions options.
Thank you, Christy. And we'll start. We want to talk to you today about our newest innovation, teacher-paced mode. And we're going to tell you what TPM is. We've got to have our acronyms at TCI. Getting started, how you are going to use this to engage your students like never before, how you're going to get instant feedback from your students, formative assessment with this, and some creative ideas. And what I'm going to emphasize throughout today is this is brand new. We've never had the summit with people in teacher pace mode because it's new. We've never had this level of interaction. And therefore, I want you to remember the apostrophe in teachers. We're all in this together. We are going to record and keep all of your chat. And I'm going to be asking you questions throughout. What do you think? What do you want? This is a brand new tool. Derek and his team can make it better, but we've got to hear from you. So we're giving you a lot today, but we want to hear back from you. We're going to start here. This is where I started TCI in 1989. This was my idea that you're going to have the students sitting sometimes in pairs. This is, of course, a visual discovery on Manifest Destiny in our U.S. History 8th grade program. And you're going to have students come up, touch the slide, talk about it, enter the slide. And I have spent 37 years trying to get people to have a big screen in their classroom. And I have to say, it is a failure of mine. I go into classroom after classroom after classroom, and I have been through the slide projectors and projecting a slide. Anybody use TCI slides here? Anybody use TCI slides? Go ahead and tell me in chat. Do you remember that? Yes, remember that. And all these people, yes, yep, slides, yes. All right, sure did. That's how we started. We were, cheap um, teachers, and so we did slides. The next thing, how many have used our overhead projector to project stuff? Yes, we gave you overhead transparencies. We did that. And then finally, yes, how about the interactive smartboard? And we have a lot of teachers who use that. Despite all that, folks, here is what I see when I go into most classrooms. I'm going to try to calm down now. After all we've done, we have a small little screen. Sometimes it's a TV, flat screen TV. Sometimes it's a projector. I go into classrooms, the projectors are, on a student desk, propped up with a few books. I can barely see the screen. We're losing kids because so many people, for a whole host of reasons, I get it, are not able to have a big screen kind of experience in their classroom. The kids in the back can't see. The rooms are too light. We're not getting the essence of TCI. TCI is all run by those slides that we've been talking about. How do we bring that alive? Finally, we have an answer. I am suggesting today that you all give teacher paced mode a try and you set up your projector, whatever. Now I don't even care how small it is, okay? I want you just to take a deep breath now with me and imagine sitting, standing with a podium in the back of the classroom with your computer. Even if you have it on a desk over to the side, you can walk to the back of the classroom. I want all your eyes on what the students are seeing. We are going to project, and we're going to show you in a minute. We're going to bring all of those slides to students right in front of them, individually or in pairs or in groups. They're going to have their device and it's going to be big and beautiful and colorful. And there's going to be all kinds of ways they can interact with it, unlike anything in the past, because you, with teacher pace mode, are going to control what's up front, no matter what size screen you have, and what is on their individual computers. So I want you to think that yes, screen time with TCI is okay, because screen time with TCI is not students going down a tunnel, doing some little game, watching YouTube, getting on other social media. Screen time with TCI now is all about interaction and engagement, and all of us in this together. Your classroom, I don't care how you set it up, where the students are, how crammed you are, what you're projecting, you can all be on the same slide with new teacher-paced mode. So to get there, we're going to get you on teacher-paced mode now. Christy?
All right. So this is the first time we're doing this ever with a group of teachers this size. And so what we're going to have you do is we're going to have you all join Dr. Bauer's class. From what I could tell in the chat, a lot of you are current TCI teachers, so you have your accounts. Now, my assumption maybe is that some of you have signed into your TCI account this morning. So this is the first ask that I have of you. I would like you to go into the account that you signed into, and I need you to go up to the upper right-hand corner where your name is, and the first thing you need to do is sign out of your account for today, because the only way to go into Dr. Bauer's class is through signing out of your account. Don't just close off your screen, because if you close off your screen or if you close out the tab, it doesn't actually sign you out. So that is step one. Then what's going to happen is in just a second, we're going to be putting a bit.ly on the screen. Now, we know with all of the security and everything else that happens during our in today's lives that you're going to get some security pop-ups. So we're going to show you really quickly what they look like. So the first one might be this one. And what you're going to do is you're going to continue to the destination. Now, if you sit on the next screen long enough and don't continue to the destination, what's going to end up happening is you're going to get a second security screen. Go ahead, Court. And it's going to look like this, and it's going to be like, do you mean teach TCI? You're just going to ignore it. And then it is going to take you back to, it's going to take you to the screen that Bert was just on. And that screen is going to have a whole bunch of celebrity names on it. So when we put this on the screen, you're going to have a couple options. You can use your phone. There's going to be a QR code that's going to pop up. So if you want to stay on your computer, that's awesome. You can do that. You can do it on your phone. Other option, you can open a new tab and you're going to type things in. If you have a different tablet, you can do that. You can go in an incognito window, whatever you want to do. But Derek is also going to be putting this bit.ly into the chat. So go ahead and Bert and move forward. Now, this is really important. We're all teachers. Capitalization matters. So if you are typing this in, don't Google it. Don't put it in the little center of Google piece in the top. You actually have to put it in the URL and you have to type in every single letter and you have to make sure that where it's the B and the B are both capitalized and you have an underscore and then capitalized TCI, all of that has to go in exactly the way it is. So we're going to give you a second to
But
try to
it's
get in.
easiest just to go to chat. It's right
Yeah.
there. And when you go in, you should see 40 movie stars. And could you just in chat let us know, give us just a yes if you see, don't click on the movie stars yet. We just want the movie stars in front of you. So I've got a yes, 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 yes. Oops, what's that mean? Yes, already clicked. Don't click
That's totally
anything
fine.
yet. Just a minute, just a minute. No, 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 CL, don't click. All right. Everybody is at this page. If you're not at this page, you can put any problems you have in chat and we'll get there. Now, don't click. We're about to go in. The magic's about to start. You've got 40 movie stars in front of you. I love Angela Lansbury. You cannot all, please click on Angela Lansbury. Look down at Morgan Freeman, Will Smith, Jack Nicholson. We need lots of movie stars today. Pick your favorite that you would like to sit and go to a coffee shop and have a coffee with now. Click on that now. And I'm going to click out of this and I'm going to go here. And oh, wait a minute.
Yep, you're fine.
Should I go to teacher mode right now? Now they can't see, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
So I should
Derek,
go,
Derek, we can drop in we can drop it in again in chat
I
if
can,
anybody
that's
needs
okay.
it.
I'm going to go right into teacher mode then.
Okay, so once you're into your account, just sit, don't click anywhere else. Just hang out sitting right in your account. And then Bert's
We are
gonna
going to
take us
go
through
to,
something first.
yes, we're going to go to ancient Egypt pharaohs. That's going to be our sixth grade lesson. I'm going to go in. I'm the teacher sitting in the back of the classroom, looking at all your screens. I'm going in and I'm going to go down, and I'll say this many times. I don't know if you're looking at my screen right now. There's three little dots in your slideshow. I'm going to click. This is the most important moment, and I'm going to hit start teacher paced mode. I'm going to click on all of my students. I'm going to say start teacher paced mode. And now I should have, and I've got 10 of you entering. I've got 11 of you entering. I'm looking at here and I'm seeing the number of people who are entering. I'm in. Good. Yes. Wow. So click preview. Yes, Janae. Yes, that's it. You are all coming in and seeing my screen. So I had lots of questions. Am I controlling your screen? Yes. You're my students. Let's pretend that you're my students in my classroom. I'm in the back of the classroom. I'm looking at you getting on, getting on. And Elena, I see you're not on. Please get on, Elena. Let's get on. Stop fooling around and talking with Scott. Get on, Elena. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing all my students. Everybody is on now and seeing my screen. We are all together. So I can begin the lesson. We're going to
Hey
begin.
Bert,
Yes,
before you begin, I just want to clarify. All of you are in a student account, so you would not be able to actually start the teacher pace mode. What we ended up doing is Bert started the teacher pace mode, and when you had the pop-up show up on your screen, that means you're entering as a student. When he started teacher pace mode, and we do have some help pages and we have some information that we can share after, there's going to be a way for you as a teacher to be able to start this teacher pace mode. But you guys, all of you that are in our session right now, you're all in as a student.
we're helping Sean Connery get in now. Mike will help you. Okay, this is the power of it. Now, think about monuments that you've seen, and I want you to analyze the image, and then in the classroom, I'd talk. We'd hear about it. So, um, my class is Christy and Derek. Derek, what do you see?
I see a statue of Abe Lincoln.
Good. Christy.
I see what looks like a chair.
Okay, everybody, put your finger on the chair now. Everybody, put your chair. It's an interesting looking chair. What do you notice about that chair? What does it look like, Derek?
Looks quite big. It is
Mm,
nearly almost half the size of Abe Lincoln. Um,
wow.
Looks quite regal and fancy.
Perfect. And it's made out of a bunch of reeds all stuck together. We talked about that the other day. What do all those reeds stuck together and bound together mean? Remember, Christy, the Union, all bound together. And that is what Lincoln stands for. So I want you now, all my class, I want you to start typing. You can type into your interactive student notebook now, and I can see what you've typed. Everybody, number one, what interesting details do you see in this postcard's image? Type your answers now. You'd like to know. Is this accessible in my school? Does my pay? Yes, your school pays for student online access. Every student, to have this work, every student needs an account because right now you're typing into your notebook, and I'm going to show you at the end all your responses. I can immediately go and look at everything that you've done. We'll look at that for a minute. Okay, kids, I see I'm looking at your screens. I see that everybody's typed. Fantastic. This is the power of teacher pace mode. I'm constantly talking to you all, having you do something with your screen, and then getting your feedback, having a quiet moment, getting your feedback constantly. So it is the most interactive way you can use TCI. The Lincoln Memorial was built to honor President Lincoln. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, great monuments such as pyramids and temples were built to honor pharaohs and to commemorate their accomplishments. We're going to start and we're going to go sailing down the Nile River. We're going to visit four monuments. Now, the beauty of TCI is we can do this in the classroom, always best. We can also do it virtually like this. We're going to be doing it virtually today. How, in this environment, do you get interaction? Look at this map now. Can everybody put your finger on the key? And I'm watching them. Um, Catherine, you're not Catherine. The key, find the key. Okay, Kristen, can you help Catherine find the key? Catherine, good. You're clicking on it. Fantastic. Everybody, with your finger, outline the old kingdom. With your finger on your screen, outline the old kingdom. Elena, don't worry about your answer. It is saved. Elena, the old kingdom. Now, the middle kingdom. Feel it. Feel it with your finger, just right on top of your screen. Feel it. And now, the new kingdom. Go ahead and see the entire new kingdom. Which is larger, Christy and Derek? The old, the middle, or the new?
The New Kingdom.
New Kingdom.
That was the height of Egyptian power. And we're going to look at pharaohs in all three of these kingdoms. Now, what I want you to do is look at where Giza is and where the Nile River, the mouth of the Nile River. Take your map, double click on it, make it big, use the tool to scroll and make the delta as large as possible. Touch the delta. What does that mean? Delta, delta, in the chat. Where did that word come from? Delta. Does anyone know? And I would be hearing the students say something. They've read about this. And delta comes from where, class? Greek. Yes, Greek.
Greek
D like
alphabets.
a triangle. Everybody make a triangle. Hold your triangle up. And I'm watching them from behind. They all have to do, total physical response. They have to make a delta. And then I'm going to put them through and I'm going to say delta. Everybody say delta.
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 All right. And touch the delta one last time. That is going to be key to ancient Egypt. So There's so much that we can do with this teacher paced mode. I'll give you another example. I was in the classroom the other day, and they couldn't see the projection of the scale. But now, with this in front of you, you can all see the scale. Everybody touch the scale on your screen there and show me with your fingers 400 miles. Everybody, hold up 400. Nice, 400 miles. Derek, good. That is the scale, and we can now go in and say how far was it from Karnak to Cairo. I can literally, Christy and Derek, I can use this map for 20 minutes and get so much more interaction with teacher paced mode. Then boom, we go on. Now, another great thing of teacher paced mode. I can ask them, what do you see? And Derek and Christy, could you answer like, what do you see here?
I see
Something fancy, quite
Something
golden.
fancy.
a golden mask.
A golden mask. Okay. And we talk about that. All the kids are seeing that. I can get them to touch it and to feel it. But now I want to go further. I don't want to just ask wonder questions. I want them to see the history behind this. So could you all now hit the read button? Read for a minute the introduction. Use the tools in the reading, the main idea, the read aloud. I want my students to calm down now and do the reading. I'm going to go to the back of the classroom, get a cup of tea, walk around. I'm going to relax. The students are doing the work now. This is teaching nirvana. All right, let's pretend that they've spent a minute and a half doing the reading. They can do a reading back and forth with each other. They can do a rap, a whisper read, whisper read alternating paragraphs, any way you want them to do the reading. Now we come back and we ask, what items were found in the tomb of King Tutankhamun, in King Tut's tomb? You guys, do you know any? You didn't do the reading. You would talk about
Jewelry.
that.
Good luck
And
to
my
you.
first question is, do you think you all, I can now, and you're seeing it, see the answers? Do you want the students to be able to click that at any point and see the answers? Or do you want to control the purple plus signs? I'm asking the question, what do these items tell us about the Pharaoh in ancient Egypt? I'm getting answers. Do you want 100%? I want control. I want control. I want control. One person, I want to be able to choose. Everybody else is, I want to control. I'm with you. I do not want, we've got to change this. I don't want the kids to go and just get all the answers and be clicking. That's only for you. These purple buttons are for the teachers. It shouldn't work the way it is now. Derek, take note. Every single person. All right? You heard it. All right. Then I'm able to go on. Thank you. I'm able now to do the vocabulary. This is so cool. I can just go, these terms were in the introduction. Make a first choice at it. You now drag and drop these terms where you think they go. You can do it yourself. It's going to automatically go into our grade book. It's time for me to go warm up my tea. You're doing all the work. Everything you did was automatically recorded. We did the vocabulary. I might want to now go over it with all of you, but you all had a chance to do it on your own or with a pair that you were with. Now it's time for the activity. For the activity, we're going to board a felucca and we're going to sail down the Nile. Again, great activity in the classroom, one of our favorites, but you can do it virtually. And now with teacher pace mode, you have another great option. Now, do not hit the go button. Do not hit that. I'm going to hit that, and you're going to hear my screen, and I'm going to ask you what you prefer. Here we go. The guide is going to welcome you to the Felucca tour.
Ahlan wa sahlan. Hello. Today, we will be touring the monuments of ancient Egypt. We will focus on three important periods of ancient Egyptian history.
And then he's going to tell you the three periods he's going to go through. It's wonderful. So my question there is, do you want the students to be able, try it. You can, right now, you can hit that and listen to it yourself. Do you want the students to be able to listen independently, or do you want to control the sound here? And here is, I don't want students hitting the play button. I want control it. Both would be nice. Control. Options are always best. We're getting a lot of options. Both, choice, we're getting options. So now we're going from me being, ADHD, wanting to control everybody, to a lot of option. Now we're hearing option. You're going to be able to vote on this one more time when the video comes up. But that's interesting. Like, if it was an option, where would you want it? Would you want it right on every slide, right when you're presenting? We'll have to figure that out. All right. Welcome to the tour. I'm now able to continue on controlling your screens, and you could read this section, but now I'm going to have you draw. I want you to follow these steps to draw a timeline. Don't worry, just open the draw tool, which I can't show you because you have access to it, and draw something. 30 seconds, I don't care what it is. I'm going to look at your drawings in a minute, but now it's time for you to do your drawing. And now I stop. I walk around the classroom. I help Adam. I go up to Lisa. I go to Reggie. I'm sitting working with Gail. I'm with Jillian. I'm helping you as you go through your drawing. The students already know how to use the drawing tool, so it shouldn't be a problem. But all the drawing is happening. And now automatically, I'm just going to speed forward here. Your drawing is automatically saved. Some of you are asking, does my work go away? No. All your work is saved and it goes into my gradebook, which I'll be showing you. So that's the drawing. Then we're going to go through this lesson. You're going to read. You're going to learn more about this. You're going to have to decide, how do you think the pyramids were built? Then you're going to have the answer, and we're going to go through. You're going to take some notes, and we're going through 4 different spots. So it all kind of goes the same way. Everything you need is right in front of you as you are teaching this lesson. You are taking them step by step. They're not going forward. They're not watching YouTube, and they're finishing with their writing. So now I am going to end the session, ending the session of our first session. And now I want you to look at your Zoom screen. Derek and Christy, are you seeing the Zoom screen?
Yep. I see.
Okay. So now you're seeing my Zoom screen. We're out of teacher pace mode. We just got video activity in teacher pace mode too. Pure magic when you see the teacher paced mode with the video activity. I'm going to open it up, but I want to show you how, how I would like this to work. I'm going to go to the opening video. Today, I want to control your screens personally, because I'm not going to show the whole video. I'm going to start the video.
In ancient Egypt, powerful leaders called pharaohs controlled the lands.
And I showed this video in class yesterday, but I know in the video where it sets up the video activity. And I want to be able to control the screen and go over to where I want to show the students, and I want to show you only a minute of the video. And this is important because this sets up what you're about to do. So now,
Increased trade and had massive monuments built. You will now join a lead archaeologist from the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities to learn about 4 remarkable rulers whose accomplishments span all 3 periods of Egyptian history. Your first task is to enter this tomb and look for artifacts. Suddenly, as you begin examining the dazzling collection of artifacts, the tomb's stone door closes and seals you inside. Complete darkness surrounds you. The lead archaeologist turns on her flashlight and illuminates each of the 8 artifacts placed throughout the tomb. She says, the only way to escape the room is to carefully study the artifacts, then categorize each one beneath the stone marker associated with its pharaoh. Can you do it? Let's hope so. It's your only way to escape.
all right, kids, we're about to go in the tomb. You've got to be able to identify these artifacts, and there's going to be all kinds of clues in order to escape. I'm going to go to this slide. Now I'm going to go and bring you all into teacher pace mode. So again, I'm hoping that you're seeing these 3 buttons in the lower right. That's where the magic is, right there. Start teacher pace mode. I can select individual students or all of you, and I am now putting you all back into teacher pace mode. I'm in the back of the classroom. I am looking at your screen, and I am going to tell you that, in fact, I'm going to have one of the students. Derek, could you read the overview?
Yeah, sure. Join a lead archaeologist from the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities to explore a collection of ancient artifacts. Read and answer questions to discover with which pharaoh the artifacts were most likely associated. Then put your knowledge to the test by matching the artifacts to their pharaoh. Good luck.
All right. You, with teacher pace mode, or you're going to be able to ask students to do so much of the work. You're not going to have to stand up in front and explain all of this. They want to hear from their peers. Perfect way to do this. Now, you are going to go back. We've already had a look at this map. This is what we call at TCI positive redundancy. You would read your introduction. Let's pretend like you're reading your introduction now. And this is the power of video activities, and even better, in teacher paced mode. Answer these questions. The Old, Middle, and New Kingdoms all followed the what? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions to answer. You've seen a video, you've read, go and answer those questions now. All of those get automatically downloaded to me so I can see how everybody is doing. And I'm going to be showing you those results in a minute. When I use this, it is the most calming experience. All the students are focused and they're answering the questions. And I'm going to pause right now and tell you about an experience that I had. I taught 6 periods of 6th grade ancient world at Castillero Middle School in San Jose Unified last month. I went into all 6 classes, and the weirdest thing happened. I showed the videos after they had done the Silk Road. We had done the Silk Road activity. I showed the videos, and there was a question that we had in there that was incorrect. It said, along the Silk Road, what is the problem for travelers? It's searing hot during the day. And then another answer was, it's searing hot during the day and freezing cold at night. We had 2 correct answers in there. It was wrong. Our editors got that wrong. All of the kids, when the video comes up, they were mesmerized. I thought, oh, it's YouTube. They're just, it's video. They're tuning out. No, they all answered, it's freezing at night and hot during the day. And I asked them why. 6 periods, they all said the same thing. It was in the video. Folks, when you use these in video in the way that we are, these videos are less than 3 minutes. The students are riveted. They have thought about it. They have worked on this map. They have read about it. They've talked about it. They are ready to answer these questions based on all of that, and they are so focused. It is amazing to use these video activities, and it's such a welcome time not to show a passive video, but to get the kids really super involved. So this is how the video activities work. We're going to go in here. They're going to decide on which of these different artifacts go in. You're going to answer more questions as you just did on all the different pharaohs. And at the end, if you want more information, you can click here. There's more questions that you're going to answer about each of the artifacts. And then there's basically an assessment where the students are going to be putting these artifacts to their correct, and I remember that they're going to submit that. I would now, stop. You would work on it. They would be talking. This is like 10 minutes, but they're looking at this and remembering what they wrote and doing it all. And I'm just walking around helping individual students or getting another cup of tea. And now I can't show it to you, but click on the video. It's fun. Everybody click on the video to see your prize that you get. Give me a thumbs up, Christy or Derek, when you're done looking at the video. Thank you. All right. You escaped. Yay, Elena. We are now going to, very cool. We escaped. I'm going to end the session. We're
Right
back.
before,
Oh,
never mind.
sorry. Derek, maybe?
No, you can move forward. Sorry about that.
Okay. And then, and so we're at the end now, and I'm back to my lesson overview page. And I'll ask that question now. Well, before I do, I don't want to run out of time. Here I am. Here's my grades right over here in the purple. I'm going to click on grades, and I'm going to see here I am. Here's all the work that you did. All of you, look at the work that you did. I can go into anybody's name, Brad Cooper, and I can see what you did here in the preview. I can look and see everything that you did and your answers, and I can do that by student or by question. And I have everything that we did right here and how many points and all. So I can get immediate feedback on how you're doing on this lesson. So we've got 10 minutes. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to ask a couple questions. I'm watching the chat very closely. Yes, Heather, no more passive learning. This is going to bring it to a whole new level. Do you want to be able to control the videos? I think I know the answer now. This has been great. Like, I want to be able to control the videos. I don't want them to be hitting the videos and in the classroom, having all these different computers going on. But I think you're probably going to say that you would like the option to control or not. So we're probably going to have to build that, which is fine. I'm getting a lot of questions on Spanish translations, and I am going to go back in here just to show you. I'll go back into, here's your lessons. I'm going to go back into the activity. You're seeing my screen. I'm going to go to the pharaohs, and I'm going to go to the classroom activity slideshow. Oh, before I do though, however, down here, this button, it says English. It's also, lo tenemos todo en español. Aquí en este botón, español. Entonces, todo en el programa. Actividad en el aula, la actividad del video, todo que ustedes van a ver, cada parte de eso, cada palabra ya está en español. Todo lo que tenemos es en español. Y yo he enseñado en clases de inmersión doble y yo he visto que eso es muy importante. Entonces, estamos siempre tratando de darles todo en español. And that's not all. We also have all the other languages when they're in the reading. So, for example, if I go to leer, I can change this right up here.
Highlight your text.
Oh, I can highlight my text. I can go to the translation and somebody type in a language that they would like. And it can be read to them. Russian. Thank you. So I can go, if you have Russian students, total, everything is in Russian here. And
Введение. В Древнем Египте территории правили могущественные правители.
everything can be read in Russian. How many languages do we have?
Over 100. Derek, you may know the exact number.
Jack might be like 152. I think I recall.
152 different languages. Fantastic. The Spanish version was amazing for my non-English speaking student who arrived mid-year. Thank you. It's just seamless as you go back and forth, either in dual immersion or for individual students who need that. Great.
Bert, can you, there's a question that kept coming up a couple different times, so I just want to clarify it. So with the teacher pace mode, if you are using, so typically before we had this set out, you would have either had the slideshows on your board and click through it to facilitate the lesson, or you could have also assigned it to your students, and if you were having them do it individually, they would have had it on their screen. So this is essentially the teacher controlling the screen. But the TCI lessons, they're structured so they're meant to be done over a series of days. So I actually I've done this lesson in my own classroom before, and I had 53-minute periods, and this lesson specifically took me anywhere between 2 to 3 days in my classroom because the way that it's structured is that students, if we weren't just doing this all really fast, the students get off the Felucca, they go visit different sites, they have like different activities that they do at the different sites. So what this teacher pace mode is doing is it's just forcing the kids to stay on the same slide as you if you were moving through things. But you for sure would have a slide up there. You would probably pause it. The kids would get off the Felucca, they'd go do their thing, and then they come back to their seats and they're still on the same slide. And then you move on with the lesson, but it does take a few days to get through. And the pacing is shown. So Bert, on your overview, can you just open that pacing? No, go over to the overview for me on the left, and then see more. And then we have this like listed in a whole bunch of different places, but it would give you specific times. So it's giving you the power of like having kids not go off where you want them to do, but it's also giving you the ability for students to be able to, not necessarily always be on their screen. They would have the information they needed in front of them, but they are doing those like classic TCI interactions. Anything you want to
Okay.
add to that?
We've got 5 minutes, but Jenny, Janae is asking, so I cannot do it on their page when I look on their screen. So I think that is that you want to be able maybe to show the student screen when they're filling out their interactive student notebook. So I am talking about feedback. Most of the feedback you would get is when you go into the grade book and you see what they've done. Oh, but also, Janae, good question. I'm walking around. Great. I am walking around as they're working and I'm looking at their screens and giving them feedback as they're working. I do not just give them all these interactive things to do and sit down. I walk around and help individual students, and it is masterful. You're able to finally talk to individual students in a calm way in the classroom. help them out, and all the other students are busy and on task. So
Oh, but
that's
Bert,
good.
can we add on to that too? If you're in their grade book, if you're in your grade book, there is a place for you to directly type feedback directly onto their response as well.
Let's go to Sean Connery. Where was Sean? Oh, here he is. Oh, he never got on. Let's go to Brad Cooper to maybe, oh, no, let's go to what he did here. Go ahead, Christy. Let's open it
Okay.
up. Let's go to the
S-
preview.
yep. And then where down below the blue is where the student would have responded, and then you have teacher comments. So go ahead and open the teacher comments.
Yeah.
And in teacher comments, there's that green plus. You can type anything in here. So you could just type, like, hey, I need you to fix it. I need you to do whatever you want. Or the other option is if it's like in my classroom, I'm old school. So I used to use stamps on my kids' interactive student notebooks, but now we have new school. And you can also add a stamp. So that add a stamp right there. If you click on that, Bert.
Oh, where's my stamp?
It's to the left of where you just type that feedback in.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So if you add that, you can also do like,
Oh,
hey,
there's our llama.
yeah, so
Yay.
cute. So you can totally do this.
It's a quick way to do it. And I got a lot of comments. People said, can we still use our paper interactive student notebook? Yes, but I will tell you, everything that's in here in the notebook is also in the paper. You can go back and forth. You could be in the middle of teaching and your internet goes down. Kids, take out your paper interactive student notebook. I'm old school. I still like the interactive student notebook. Many teachers really like this because it is so fast to grade. You can just go click, 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 give them a stamp, grade. So it's options. Somebody is saying it's going to be helpful for your science labs. Sometimes the table repeats on slides and they are on the wrong one. It can be confusing. So that'll be great. Thank you so much. I didn't know that. Can we pre-save a comment bank for quick, easy feedback? What would that mean?
I'm not sure. But
I'm
can
not
I
sure.
also can I also just throw this out there really fast? Up in the so Bert, can you scroll to the very top of your screen for me, please? All right, up at the top there is a question right next to where you sign in to TCI. So up next to where it says B Bauer, up in the top right, there's a question mark. And when you click on that, you have two options. You have help, feedback, or PD. So Bert, can you click on the feedback for me, please? All right, so for the feedback, this is a place where our team collects feedback from teachers because every change that we make is based on all of you. What Derek's team does is we essentially will collect feedback, and as more teachers provide feedback around the same feature, that's when those things get elevated. So I know some of you mentioned you've put in feedback before, and so what ends up happening is like once we see it over and over and over again, that's when we're like, oh, that's a priority. Let's take a look at that. And so we encourage you all to put in feedback. This is really how we make our product better. And between all of our leadership team and then the software and our engineers going through, that's kind of how that piece works. Derek, do you want to throw anything else in there about that?
No, I mean, we kind of parse through, review it, and like see the volume and all that stuff. So we do really appreciate you guys like sending specific details about this. Um, it is taken a look at by a human and reviewed. So yeah.
And we'll end with Gustavo's question. In teacher mode, can the teacher see all of the comments students are writing in real time, or does the teacher have to go to the grade book? Right now, they have to go to the grade book, but we have talked about a way that they can see it real time. So we have to think about that, Gustavo. We are at time. You have made a change at TCI by saying option, option, option. Derek heard it. Thank you so much. Oh, we need to look at those last
Yep,
slides here
just
very
so
quickly.
fast.
Oh, sorry.
So really quickly.
I think you've already seen all of these slides, but just so you know, the next thing, they know this, they know that. Do you want to say anything there?
Just we'd just love to hear how you feel about
Okay.
this. And
Gift
then
cards, share a
share your
moment.
fun moment.
Next session.
Yep, this is most important. So you can go to your next session by on my screen, actually. I have the lobby open, so it's actually a tab on mine. You can go ahead and click back on that Zoom lobby and then join your second session. So the second sessions, I'll start with the number 2. And then feel free to join one of those sessions. And thanks so much for all of your time and energy today.
We
That's
needed
awesome.
those positive feedbacks. We've been working on this, and it's so great to get that. Thank you so much. Enjoy your next session. Bye, folks. Okay.